Manchester City advanced to the quarter-finals, 6-2 on aggregate. Very much, I think it's fair to say, living up to their favourite tag. I don't think we even talk about this game.
Well, it was a huge bonus for him because you look at the players that he left out.
Well, and of course he's got the big game at the weekend.
Half-time as well.
He took Rodri off at half-time.
Yeah.
He was able to give youngsters and fringe players game time. You know, obviously Oscar Bobb's done brilliantly for him. Rico Lewis has had game time. So he's, you know, Mateus Nunes. These guys are not starting the big games, barring absolute necessity. So for him, it was about resting key players. You know, Kevin De Bruyne, who's been back after almost 6 months out and looking great. That's really the big story. That going into the weekend, that this job was almost over.
And he was almost experimenting at times. When we were watching Diaz was the only player in a defensive position. Akanji, the right-sided centre-half, was playing at right wing, and Gvardiol was playing at left wing on the other side. So they just left themselves one at the back, and that just controlled the midfield.
This was pretty much a training session. It's what they would have done in the training session for a Wednesday.
Yep.
As they're thinking into the weekend. Yeah, we'll give you 45 minutes, Rodri, you come off the field. And it's the same sort of work that he would have put in at training that day. So, ideal preparation for Manchester City. You get a game in, you get goals, you get confidence, you get some momentum, you get the work in, and then you get to rest some players. Ideal for Pep Guardiola.
That's 2 training sessions, isn't it?
Well, after the United game as well.
That was equally as big a training session.
What do you do if you're Liverpool? They're playing in the Europa League tomorrow against Sparta Prague.
Yes. And they've got this horrendous injury list.
Yeah, the injury list, obviously. Salah's travelled with question marks, obviously, whether he'll feature, considering what's happening on Sunday.
You know, for me, I'm not risking him in the Europa League.
No.
Because it's such a big prize, this, for Jurgen Klopp. I mean, I'm not suggesting... The Europa League is big, you know, for a lot of teams.
And you've got 2 chances.
What's that?
In the Europa League.
Yeah,
they got the second leg.
Yeah. And so... I'm confused. I've been off the list.
Has he mentioned he's been off?
I'm ill as well.
No. Shaka ill the other day.
But yeah, I mean, it's such a big prize. It always is, the Premier League, as all domestic leagues. But this season, you know, it's, and I heard you guys over the last couple of days, you know, you look at, you know, what City did to United, Arsenal obviously playing great. It's so tight at the moment, it could be a special one at the end of the year. And even more so, the guy's leaving, right? So what does he do, right? Because it's such a... And they've had one in, 30 years where Jurgen Klopp has brought it back. For him to do it again, I think that's where he has to put his eggs into that basket. But that being said, even if he does that, personally, I don't think they'll win it at the end of the year. But he has to be thinking that that's going to give him his best chance. Because if he plays whoever's available in this game in the Europa League and they're 50-50 or even 70-30 and they're injured and it adds to that injury list going forward, there is not a chance then they're going to win this league.
How much would Sunday be on a player's mind going into the tie if they're starting tomorrow?
It'd be on all their minds. Yeah, when you go out on the pitch, you want to put in a good performance. But I don't think many of the people that are going to start against in the Europa League game are going to start the weekend.
Slim pickings, then. That's the problem.
But he's going to have to play. When we talk about the kids, I don't think there's going to be one kid playing against Manchester City on the
right.
And when I looked at the team today, what he could pick with the players that are coming back from injury, once he gets into that game against Man City, there won't be one kid. The only one that might be is Bradley.
You're flying back, obviously, tomorrow.
Yes.
What's your pick for this game on Sunday?
I'm going to go with Manchester City to win the game 2-1.
Really? Why?
1-2. I just think they're purring at the moment. I think they'll have just enough for Liverpool. And if Liverpool plays some of the players like Szoboszlai or Salah, they won't be up to the pace of the game. They won't be at their very best. They might have to come off after 60 minutes. And I think Man City will just about have enough.